Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington, D.C., I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
The long walk toward Bent's old fort is not incidental. Distance is part of the story. This fort was never meant to sit next to a town or along a busy street. It was placed deliberately out here on open grounds where movement could be seen long before anyone arrived. This location mattered because Bent's fort was not a military outpost in the traditional sense. It was a commercial center, built in the 1830s by William and Charles Bent. The fort sat along the Santa Fe Trail, one of the most important trade routes in North America at the time. That trail connected Missouri to New Mexico, and Bent's fort became a key stop along it. Traders, trappers, native nations, US Army units, and travelers all passed through here. This was a place to exchange goods, information, and protection. Buffalo robes, furs, tools, weapons, food, and manufactured items moved through this fort constantly. It was a business first, not a garrison. The open approach reinforced that role. You could see who was coming, and they could see the fort long before they reached it. That visibility reduced surprises and increased trust. People arrived knowing exactly where they were headed and what they were approaching. The Arkansas River nearby was another reason for this placement. Water supported travel, livestock, and trade, and it made long-distance movement possible across otherwise harsh terrain. The fort sat where routes, resources, and visibility intersected. Walking this path today gives a sense of scale that maps don't convey. Distances are long. The land is exposed. There's nothing accidental about where the fort stands. In a landscape like this, placement equals power. Bent's fort also functioned as a cultural meeting point. Native tribes, including the Cheyenne, Arapaho, and others traded here regularly. Spanish-speaking traders from the south and English-speaking traders from the east crossed paths. Languages, customs, and economies overlapped in one place. That mix required neutrality. The fort's success depended on maintaining relationships rather than forcing authority. Its position, far from settlements and visible from every direction, supported that balance. By the time you reach the forts, the isolation makes sense. This was not the edge of civilization. It was a deliberately placed hub in the middle of movement. The walk isn't empty, it's explanatory. It shows why Bent's old fort existed exactly where it does. Not hidden, not protected by terrain, but standing openly on the plains, waiting to be approached.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.